Hi, everyone. It is so good to see you. Welcome to KREM 2 News at Noon. I'm Laura Papetti. And we begin with that. Coming in new at noon, a big development from the White House. In the past few hours, President Trump has now rescinded his federal freeze on federal grants. The news comes one day after a federal judge put the freeze on hold. Now, earlier this week, the White House said the decision to halt loans and grants was necessary to ensure spending complied with Trump's priorities and executive orders. The memo did cause a lot of concern and some confusion for nonprofits, which rely on federal funding. The Trump administration said the decision to rescind the freeze was made, quote, to end any confusion on federal policy created by the court ruling and dishonest media coverage, end of quote. Washington Senator Patty Murray called the decision to rescind the freeze a, quote, important victory for the American people. And as we mentioned, nonprofits across the country were sent scrambling this week to figure out how that federal funding freeze could potentially impact them. World Relief Spokane helps immigrants and refugees in Spokane, and they say about 85% of their funding comes from federal grants. Before the order was rescinded, they told us that staff and clients were unsure of what comes next.
Try to give them some assurance, but I have nothing. I don't know what's happening. I don't know for sure what the last executive order means.
And then in Spokane County, officials were concerned about the $44 million for wildfire recovery they just received weeks ago from the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. But again, right now, the federal freeze has been taken back. We'll continue, of course, to track anything that changes. In the meantime, let's turn our attention to weather. After a long stretch of really the same thing, we do have some changes on the way. Our very own Thomas Patrick, he's here to tell us if that means, Thomas, dun, 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 are we getting some snow?
Yeah, I think some of us will get some snow on Friday morning. So we still have a day and a half between this quiet weather pattern and when things get active all over again. No wonder we're going to have some active weather. Look at how huge this storm system is over the Pacific Ocean. That is barreling in our direction, though it will take, again, about a day and a half before it arrives. In the meantime, still one more day of just some pure sunshine out there as temperatures will be, well, just the same as they have been. It was 35 yesterday, and we're going 35 again for today. But Friday is the focus here, and we do have a weather impact alert day for that day because of the possibility of some morning snow, especially during the commute hours. Here's the thing, though. Not everyone's getting snow. Some of you will get rainfall. It's going to be one of those rain-snow splits. So coming up, I'm going to be detailing what areas of the inland Northwest are going to get the snow, what areas are going to get the rain, when it all begins, and of course, the impact that it will have on our region as a whole. So a lot of local details to cover in my full forecast later on.
Spokane police are searching for the suspect they believe shot and killed a 13-year-old boy over the weekend. Right now, police are looking for this man, 25-year-old Glenn Dylan Berkey. Take a look at your screen. Police say he's wanted for second-degree murder and is considered armed and dangerous. On Saturday, Spokane police found 13-year-old Gavin Looper on Heroy Avenue with several gunshot wounds. He later died at a hospital. If you have any information about the suspect, do not approach him. Call 911. We continue to track the impact of President Trump's executive order against birthright citizenship. KREM 2's Connor McAvoy spoke with a local nonprofit who is asking the Spokane City Council to reaffirm support to ban local police from working with ICE.
The act of state law requires the rights of all state residents be protected to keep those in the state working. It also restricts the role local law enforcement has on federal immigration laws.
That's really good for our community, especially right now with this present climate.
Jorge Guerrero with Latinos in Spokane says the law is something the nonprofit turned to after a signed executive order by President Donald Trump the day he took office. A federal judge issued a 14-day hold on the order 3 days after its signing, calling it unconstitutional. At the same time, attorneys general from 22 states sued to block the order. Guerrero says the order continues to worry the people they're assisting.
Community was feeling anxiety, stress, fear.
This led to him, as well as Latinos in Spokane's executive director Jennifer Mesa, addressing Spokane City Council with their concerns at Monday night's meeting.
To ensure that we are complying with this law so that we can enforce the fact that we're not going to allow militarization within Spokane.
Guerrero agrees, hoping the city will eventually put the resolution on their agenda and vote it in so more people can be aware of the law.
It's a great piece of legislation, but you go around and hardly nobody knows about it.
But for now, Guerrero says the nonprofit is continuing to educate and assist anyone in the community that needs it.
We say that we in Spokane, we all belong. Well, don't just say it, prove it.
And Guerrero says anyone with questions about how the executive order could impact them is encouraged to visit the nonprofit. We have more information on how to reach out. That is posted right now on KREM.com.